All right, guys, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome aboard to the aftermarket recap. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of G.A.R Capital. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to join me today and every day, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on the G.A.R Capital official YouTube channel. Before we begin, make sure to hit the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, little white logo. Click on that, turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Make sure to hit that like button, give us a thumbs up, and comment any of your questions. Here to help in any way we can. I did not do a morning note today, but here I am for the aftermarket recap. I will be back to regular scheduled programming for the rest of the week. All right, guys, let's talk about it. Dow Jones gained 518 points, NASDAQ up 3.77%, S&P up 2.24%, the VIX down 10.59% and 26.67. Equal weight S&P didn't do as well as the weighted S&P, up 1.89% on RSP. Small caps did gain 3.15%. The dollar did fall 0.74%, 98.36. And then we have GLD gold up 0.63%, silver up 0.48%. High yield credit was bid up 1.4 on HYG. Investment grade LQD up 0.85%. We also had crude also fall 1.12% on elevated inventories, 95.36 a barrel, $2.98. We broke below $3 on gasoline, down 0.5%. Gold futures are down, but GLD was up. Bitcoin is up 3.87%, 41,300, 2,776 for Ethereum. Heck of a day today, as the Chinese overnight saying they're going to support the tech market, the stock market in China. BABA up 36% today. I own shares. NEO up 25%. I own shares. That's really the only Chinese companies I have, so that was the big one. Again, pretty much everything was up unless you were an energy investor. Really what we're going to break down here is what happened in terms of the Fed. So we got a 25 basis point hike in interest rates. So remember, when you're increasing interest rates, meaning maybe a little less affordable to borrow, it reduces demand, because what we have is a supply and demand imbalance. Supply is being outstripped by demand, which is causing inflation. Inflation, by its definition, means too many dollars chasing too few goods. So again, interest rates are very prudent here. There's a dot plot that everyone talks about. That's just, the dot plot is basically the projections of how many rate hikes we're going to get. Powell said that we're going to get 6 more after this, so maybe one every meeting. There's going to be one in April and one in May. So again, we can play it by ear then as we go along. But the price action here, interesting. Pretty much the only thing I could say about it is it was basically sell the fear and then buy the event. So what are the levels that we're looking for? 4,400 is very key. I did open some QQQ calls today with our team. We finally bought some stocks today. Bought some TQQ today. That's triple leverage QQQ. We'll be holding that until the for not more than 1 year. I don't like owning too many leverage funds, but that was one of our plays that we did at the COVID bottom. We bought TQQ and we rode it to the top. I got up for around 85% on that one after we had that flush. So again, interesting to see. Maybe we can catch that as well. So, but the really good news is that even after all that, you know, with Chair Powell saying, hey, we're going to increase rates, inflation is important, 6 times the market still rallied. Again, the demand is there. So I think 4,400 does break. We hold it up until there, and then we'll see if we go ahead and actually reverse or reject. Really, with the level that's kind of going to tell us that the worst is over for me is right around 4,500, 4,484. We're getting closer, so that's a really good sign. But I would say that's probably the worst. That would be the worst priced in. Granted, the only other thing that would kind of shake the trees, let's just say, is really a world war or something like that, something really crazy in Europe. But again, you can see that 200-day moving average right at 44.61, huge level. 4,400 for me, but 44.61 would tell us everything we need to know. We can break that. Yeah, you may have a little bit of consolidation, but end of March tends to be bullish going into April, seasonally wise. And we're going to start kind of creeping back a little bit. So last time I called the bottom was around 42.52 or 42.60 or so. We broke below that to 41.50, so 100 handles off. But again, this looks like a bottom to me. This is where I'm starting to buy. I'm starting to look at Facebook, AMD, anything beaten down is what I want. for a turnaround. So again, very bullish to see. I like it. We do have some QQQs open. Again, it's day-by-day market. Headlines can come in and out as we go. So again, there's always risk on the table. Yields were up today, 2.188%. I love the banks here. I still love beating down tech. I think cyclicals make a comeback. Healthcare is still a solid place to invest, like UNH, nearly all-time highs. I mean, great way to hedge your portfolio as well. So again, so many good things to say out of here, but let's just go ahead and just take it a day at a time. All right, guys, do you think oil companies should rebound in 2022? Yeah, oil companies will rebound, obviously, but again, we just had a big spike. I think we're going to get to around 92. There's a gap to fill right on crude oil on the contracts. If we fill that gap, more than likely we'll stay around that area. Again, if maybe you want to buy a little more oil, you're just not going to see those kind of imbalances on price unless we get something really ugly out of Eastern Europe. So if you're buying oil here, you're basically betting that the volatility is not over. Or should I sell out now? I mean, in regards to oil, I mean, if you're up big, I get it. You can always take profits. I'm with it. Remember, we held that XOP long since last July, and we took profits right towards like the tail end of the spike, and we caught it. So well done to the team. But I would not want to be holding energy here. No, me personally. But again, it's a hedge too. Remember, it pays dividends. We know it's growing. There's more demand for oil. The question is, could we get some more supply come into the market, which will really beat down prices, which will hurt energy companies? Always something to see. Hi, Gar. Thoughts on MU? What is the next level of resistance? Let's go and take a look. MU, you're right at it, actually. Right around 80.34. That's actually a really good place to possibly buy, if not buy calls. I'll go ahead and put it at 80.47. It's right above the 200-day. We break that, I will target the 82 calls all day on Micron. Again, I was looking at AMD today as well. Students caught AMD with Josh. I like 118.48 for that resistance. Possibly take a look at the 118 calls tomorrow for next week. So there's definitely a lot of opportunity. Remember here, guys, we're starting to get to the point of seasonality. So we may be looking at either the bottom or a short-term bottom. Short-term bottom can give us 4,500 and reject. So that's about 140 handles from where we are. That's a nice move. Again, I'll repeat it again. Once we start getting to 4,500, if you get those high beta growth names like that did well today, DraftKings, Football, Roku, Square, Coin, any of those names that you're just tired of owning, and I completely get it, that's where you want to sell and just move on with your life and stick to the mega caps. Pretty simple enough. I will be buying some more SPY G tomorrow, of course. I do that every week, but all good around. Again, everyone's pretty happy, obviously, with the market being up. So that's great to see. Remember, guys, let's not get too complacent either. Let's make sure to be vigilant as we go along. There's a lot more factors to go. It's not just Powell. It's not just the Fed. We obviously have stuff going on in Ukraine, so we have to be vigilant for that. So the fight is not over in terms of trading. It's never over. Nice day. Enjoy it. And we'll see what we get tomorrow. And that's how we live as traders, man. I've been doing this since 2014, and it's really every day. An everyday mental push to predict the future. Really it. Just predict the future, which is the toughest thing. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. Have a great rest of your day. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Cheers.